demonstrate the ways my media product develops, challenges and uses conventions of a real media product, I've chosen to compare with Uncut magazine. This magazine is a rock, Americana and an alternative country magazine. Although this is different to my magazine genre, which is indie, they follow the same conventions, and my magazine does sometimes feature similar articles and content. Some similarities would be the masthead at the top left in capitals. This is so it stands out and your eyes follow from the top left to the bottom right. At the bottom right of Uncut is the barcode and the date line. I have done this also in my one because, as I said before, it follows with the way your eye line looks. Uncut has banners and plugs at the top, whereas mine has banners and plug, but my banner's at the bottom because this isn't as important as the plug, which is nearer the eye line of the middle. Both plugs on Uncut and my magazine follow promotions, but mine is win Isle of Wight tickets. The plug is used so it stands out and you can see it. My magazine has 4 colour codes: black, white, blue and green. Although I only use black, white and blue for the writing, the green is shown dominantly throughout the image. Whereas Uncut, it has the same 4 colour codes, but not green, it uses red instead. But it adds the red in because the image is black and white, and otherwise the page can look quite dull. In Uncut, David Bowie is the main image and he's giving direct address. This is so the audience looks at him and doesn't look away, so they're drawn to the image. This is what I've done on my front cover also. So my model is looking at the camera, so we look at her. They're all similarities. Some developments I've made on mine. The image on the front doesn't shout out to me that it's a music magazine. What does is the masthead, which is pulp, and the tagline is people's ultimate listening pleasure. People will see this and think music magazine. Also the cover lines show this as well, like Retro Corner. Retro is kind of a style of music that used to be. And underneath this is Damon Albarn's New Year's resolutions. He was the lead singer of Blur, which was an indie band in the 90s. This follows the same conventions as Uncut because the main image is Bowie, who was quite well known in the 70s and 80s. Also a development onto the image. I know I said before that it doesn't shout out that it's a music magazine, but when you go open up to the contents page, the content stories will also demonstrate that this is a music magazine. Some challenges, there's only one, and this is also to do with the image. The reader is not shown that this is a music magazine through the image, so they will have to recognise it through the masthead and the cover lines. This challenges because usually the audience has quite an easy time, like looking at the front cover and recognising this. This challenges it because they have to look at her through direct address and then look at the masthead and the cover lines to recognise this. So that is the ways in which my media product uses, develops and challenges forms and conventions of a media product.